At this point, it's something of a trope to say at this point, "That's me in the car. You're probably wondering how I got there," and then treat everything else as a flashback up until we rejoin the action. However, in this case, it's simply emblematic of all of the problems with audio and video that I had during the course of the race and Sofr, and this is actually where the video ended. I don't have anything beyond that frame. So, did I get up in the air? Did I simply go light on the suspension? I have no way of knowing. And in the meantime, we'll talk about the Southern Ohio Forest Rally. So, yeah, Sofr. I suppose it started out inauspiciously enough. As I was getting the trailer hooked up to the truck, I felt this big pinch in the back right shoulder. Realized I'd been bitten by something, and then looked up and discovered that wasps had been building a nest on the trailer, which was awesome and fantastic. So I had to take 5 minutes out of my prep time to kill them and knock the nest off of there. Yeah.
Just a smidgen volume.
Okay, how about that now? Is that any better?
That's better, yeah.
Okay, and then obviously we'll have to adjust it while driving because engine noise and all that shit.
And gravel.
Yes.
So, okay. Yeah, there's a little bit of a hum in it, but...
Yeah, that is what it is.
Yeah, so that's just electronic interference, all that is. So.
Yeah, I'm sure it's running aside something that is...
Probably, yeah. Okay, but it works. Helmets work. Check.
All right.
Good to go.
Good deal.
After confirming that the most important things worked, we headed over to do some recce. Our string of bad luck that started with the Hornets continued there because we managed to miss a turn and went more than a mile out of our way before turning around and coming back. It's not a huge deal as long as we figured out our mistake and won't repeat it during the course of the race. Of course, there are always last-minute things to do to the car, but even at tech we had problems. We left the logbook behind, and then I discovered that the rally safe was wired backwards, and I had to do a little bit of cutting and stripping and crimping right there at tech, but we got everything passed and got our logbook signed, and we were ready for competition. And first thing is a little bit of park expose. After park expose, we go to the first stage of the rally, which is the Yoktangi Street stage, which is all tarmac. It includes a little tiny bit of a jump, which you've already seen.
around or just go light?
I think we may have, I don't know. I'd almost have to wait to see temperatures.
Alright.
It felt like maybe, but I couldn't tell if it was just light or if we actually may have done it.
And so day one came to a close, and we packed up for our travels down to Portsmouth. Day two. As usual, I was more busy doing things than actually trying to get video for you guys, so there's a lot that I missed. Everything seemed to start well until I put it into reverse and tried to back out of service. Now, the interesting thing is I've had the rally tires on the car before, and they seem to work just fine, but today that day we backed up and the tires did not spin. So I'm kind of wondering if it's one of those things where I simply, because I wasn't watching them, I was in the car, they were not spinning until you hit a certain speed, at which point they seem to work fine, but I have proof from the brake caliper hitting it and having to resize the bracket. That's a whole nother story in of itself. I have proof that they were spinning. They weren't stuck when I was driving it, but they were stuck that day. So I don't know what changed. I don't know if, like, when I was driving with them, it was kind of an emergency situation, and they only had like 15 psi in them. So I don't know if the extra, they were aired up to 32, I think, that day, and I don't know if the extra psi was enough to make them bulge out in places. But part of it was hitting the rim, so I don't think it was just that. So. We spent all day working on that, managed to grind off a little bit of the subframe that was in the way and threw a spacer on there, and everything looked good. And then we discovered that we had managed to space ourselves out of threads on the lug studs. And we were getting not nearly enough purchase on the lug nuts to keep the tires on safely, so we just bagged the whole day. The crew was awesome. They were fantastic. Phil found them. They were friends and coworkers and neighbors, and they did a really nice job. They helped us put the temporary skid plate on, because I got a call Wednesday when I was already in Ohio that my bent skid plate was ready to pick up. So I had a flat skid plate that was dangling down a little bit below the engine, but it was 6061 aluminum, so it was rigid, and it was held in place by some really excellent engineering, actually, some bolts and some metal sleeves that really gave us a nice solid thing there, and it would have taken a hit. So that didn't work out so well. However, we decided to return on Saturday under Super Rally rules.
Yeah, Jeff's up here. They're waiting for us. Okay.
What did you do?
Basically, all we had to do, we had rear wheels were hanging up on metal bindings underneath it, so we just ground them off a little bit.
So one of the major disadvantages of being your own video person is that you have to sometimes choose between doing video and doing working. And we spent all yesterday fixing the car, getting the wheels a-turning. The wheels were actually catching on something, so we had to do quite a bit of grinding. We also managed to actually successfully mount the skid plate in true redneck fashion using bolts and stuff. It's a piece of work, but I think it'll hold for a stage. We're going to get in less than half the miles we wanted to get, but whatever. So. Alright, and we are plugged in and ready to go.
Alright, I'm unplugged.
Where's my Hans strap?
That's what I'm looking for.
They can only be one place. They're exceptionally short.
Yes.
Usually I can find short things. But a little bit of a self-own.
Right. I always blame it on the cold pool.
awkward when you just got out of the sauna.
True. You just got out of the hot tub. Shut up.
Come on, get...
There we go.
Alright, let me take that moment to tighten the straps while I'm at it. Since I had them at transit tightness.
Right.
I want them at, I can't see out the back tightness. Comfort. If I wanted comfort, I'd not be here right now.
We'd not be doing this.
Man. Alright.
Oh yeah, look how dry that is compared to 2 days ago. You got any other time card? I can't remember. Yeah, you gotta write the start time.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Windows up.
Oh yeah, window up.
Four, 3, 2, 1, go. What the fuck? Clutch cable. Shifter mechanism.
Fucking shit, really? It broke here. It broke fucking here.
Yep.
Unfucking believable.
Yeah, it's clutch cable.
Fuck.
Because we're getting no engagement.
Fucking shit.
Clutch cable. Yeah, if we can. There, yeah.
Let's see if and reversal engage. Probably not. Mother fucking shit. Oh, god damn it.
Well, I guess we're doing STPR if I get that fixed. Fucking
Clutch cable.
I'm thinking I might start the engine just for the brake assist. Yeah, I like that. Well,
Yeah, that's 4 volts. So I got to change the alternator belt on the wheel with the motor running.
that's impressive.
Hey, guess what?
That one broke too.
Yep.
I'm fucking
You're right on.
Well, I guess we're out. You can't run without anything.
Turns out later that I had managed to blow the CV joint on launch. Just on the left-hand side, and the limited slip differential obviously can only handle so much slip, and when one side of the engine is just spinning away freely, the other side doesn't want to pick up. When we put it up on the lift and spun and just kind of idled it, the passenger side tire was indeed spinning, but very weakly, and it wasn't enough to drive the car. So we got towed back, and what ultimately killed our day was not the fact that the half shaft broke, because we were able to fix that in under an hour, but the fact that we lost both tow points. So the only stage we raced was the park stage, Octangi, or however you pronounce that. Managed to at least race that, so I can say that I've completed a stage, but that was literally the only stage that we completed. Missed out on the other 100-some miles of stages, all of the gravel. I'm going to chalk this up to a very expensive and very time-intensive lesson, because we were there. We left Wednesday, came back Sunday, so Yeah. Yeah, that's rally. And apparently that light's just going to up and die. I guess I haven't charged it in a while.
30 seconds later.
So when we were initially talking about things, Phil wanted to do STPR because he's never actually co-driven it, and I've volunteered there a couple times, but I've never actually driven it. And while we had an interest in doing it, I was thinking that I had a couple of weekend things to do between Sofr and STPR and a couple of shifts, and there was simply no way I was going to have the car ready. Unfortunately, since we didn't do a single gravel stage, the car was in fantastic shape except for the right half shaft I'm going to replace preemptively and the toe points. So realistically, we decided that we were probably going to be able to do STPR, so that's the next race, and I thought I was going to get back to the build on the August 1st. No, wrong month. I thought I was going to get back to the build on the July 1st episode, but it looks like we are going to go from race episode to race episode, which I can't complain about one bit because I built the damn car to drive it, and I'm determined to drive it. So anybody who happens to be out in Pennsylvania, come by one of the park exposés. We'll say hi and meet you and everything. So looking forward to that little bit of fun, and see you in a couple weeks.
Tired of highway driving after about 15 minutes. So. Oh, look. 7 left. 6 plus left. This is actually 6 plus.
No, this is 6 plus.
6 plus left. 1,500. 6 plus right. 4,500. Highway driving is like, oh my god, it's just sluggish pace notes. Yeah, I guess that wasn't a 4,500. I was like a 1,500 or whatever. Like, okay. 6 plus right long. Very long. Very, very, very long. 1,400 over crest.